14. So I'm going to start by noticing that I know that my final answer cannot be 2 and it cannot be 3. If I plugged in 2, I'd end up with a denominator that's 0, and if I plugged in 3, the same would occur. Now I'm going to choose to solve this using the butterfly method. So I'm taking 6 times this quantity, 6 times the quantity x minus 3, and I'm taking 5 times the quantity x minus 2. Make sure to bring down this negative sign. And now on the bottom, I'm going to push these together. And when I push these together, I'm going to go back and I am going to FOIL them. So let's distribute. I end up with 6x minus 18, subtract 5x plus 10, over x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. When I combine like terms, 6 minus 5, combining like terms, I end up with x plus 8 on the bottom and x squared minus 5x plus 6. Sorry, on top and on the bottom. So what can we do here? There's multiple things we can do, but what is the easiest way? I'm going to cross multiply. 1 times this quantity remains x minus 8. And now when I take 2 times this quantity, each one of the terms is going to be multiplied by this negative 2. Negative 2x squared plus 10x minus 18. Let's make sure. 2 with the negative times 2 negatives make a positive, times negative 2. Now, I always suggest we move things to the side that has x squared, but I don't want the number in front of the x squared to be negative. So I want to move this to the other side to ensure it's positive. So I have a 2x squared. When I move this over, I'm subtracting it. When I move this over, I'm adding it. So it's changing signs as it crosses over the equal sign. It becomes positive, negative, and positive. And now on this side, I have 5 terms, and let's see what we can combine. 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 equals 0. Is this factorable? 2 times 4 is positive 8. Is there 2 terms that multiply to give us 8, combined to give us a negative 9? Negative 8, negative 1. Now I'm going to demonstrate a common error I see. A common error looks like this. One answer's 8, one answer's 1, then you go up and check, okay, the original problem, yep, I can plug in 8, I can plug in 1, these are the answers. This is not correct. When this number out front is anything other than a positive 1, we've decided this year to use factoring by grouping. So I'm taking that minus 8 and minus 1, and I'm going to use the factoring by grouping method. So let's factor out a 2x, and I'm left with x minus 4. Times by negative 1. We have a front and a back. We have x minus 4, and then in front of the first, in front of the second. Now I'm going to take each one of those quantities, and I'm going to set it equal to 0. So setting this equal to 0, and this one equals 0. I previously taught using the bottoms up method, but this year when I gave students a choice in what method they wanted to use, this was the preferred method. So I get one answer, 4. I'm going to add 1 to the opposite side, divide by 2, and x equals 1/2. These are my 2 solutions. Do they work? Well, let's check. Let's check. This was the problem. Let's start with 4. If I plug in 4 into the denominator, it's not 0. I plug in 4, it's not 0. So 4 is one of the solutions. If I plug in 1/2, 1/2 minus 2, you don't have to actually evaluate the problem. You just have to ensure it's not 0. And 1/2 minus 3 also is not 0. So here are my 2 viable answers.